have you guys heard of the dark web first of all?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And do you believe that it's relevant to modern day society?
Yeah, because like terrorists and stuff, they'll use communication and like technology that has like progressed with the dark web. So they've got new ways of like making an impact in our everyday lives because of it.
On George's point, maybe perhaps on drug trafficking.
There's more accessibility.
There's more accessibility, more young people doing drugs.
Thank you, Simran. Okay, let's just go on question 2. Are you interested in the dark web, and why are you or why aren't you?
Yes, because well, there's not many like horror films or anything about it. It's not really publicised, so it's just kind of like hearsay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyone else want to put any input?
Because there's no access to it. Obviously, you can't like Google search like how to get into it. It's also quite secretive, which is like. It's interesting, but I have no, like, don't want to be in it.
Yes.
It.
Okay, are there any relevant films you have seen regarding the dark web or cybercrime or just, like, the internet in general?
Well, I saw Unfriended, which is about Skype.
Oh, that's nice, internet.
I've seen Friend Request, which is about Facebook.
Yeah, so that proves it's not really nice. Dark web
but I
films.
don't think they're very good representations.
Why not? Why don't you feel they're very good representations?
They didn't really represent the whole idea of it very well. I feel like it could have been done better.
Yeah,
So
I feel like
they didn't
Friend
really
Request
focus
was
on it.
really unrealistic.
So do you believe that a film or trailer on the dark web which tackles more socially relevant issues would be better than those kind of movies then?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So have you heard anything about it in the news, and if not, do you think it should be talked about more?
Yes. I've never heard of anything about it in the news. The only reason I've heard of it is because of my friend Zena Tick who told me about it. If she hadn't have told me, I wouldn't have known about it.
And
so.
since it takes up such a large portion of the internet and is a very large web space, I guess, do you think that it should be talked about more because of that, and do you have any understanding to why it's not talked about more?
I feel like it's quite secretive, like before, obviously not everyone has access to it, and it's a bit like, I think if people talked about it more, then they'll probably be able to like put more laws in that would stop the crime that goes on in it. Like, there's not really that much of an emphasis on like crime as so much as like fraud and stuff like that. That's really much the only technology crime.
Thank you, Georgie. Okay, so we have 4 main areas that we're deciding what to do our trailer on, and the first is red rooms, second is drug trafficking, hitmen, and paedophile circles. Which of these 4 do you deem to be the most interesting, and why?
Is red rooms like murders?
Red rooms is basically, they have like websites, and you can type in a chat, and they have a live stream usually of a victim, and for like a fee you tell them what to do and they live stream it.
Yeah,
for
I've
you.
seen that, because then like you can pay for like watching rapes and stuff as well.
And your point, what are you saying?
No, I was just saying that red room's the most interesting. Not that I personally want to watch it, it's just weird that people do pay to watch it.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to have a film showing.
Because it could be like psychological as well. It's like,
yeah.
It might be quite interesting to have a trailer or a film about something that people aren't don't know about as much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so to make them aware and understand it's happening. Oh, okay. And sound or soundtrack do you think could be used, or do you know any films that would be a good inspiration?
So there's like, what do you think's more effective, like having a soundtrack with suspenseful music, or just having natural noises like in Blair Witch?
Yeah, so it's like kind of silent.
They just have the noises that would actually be happening.
So it adds to the realism of it. Or do you like the kind of music?
I think more realism.
Yeah, natural noises is like, makes it real
creepy
and scary.
So
but then like, you know that trailer just came out, like the girl on the train?
Oh yeah.
That one, I feel like that Kanye song, that's like really creepy, because the way they scored it, I was like, damn.
So do you think there should be some soundtrack, but a lot of like realistic natural noises should be used as well to add to the realism?
You know when it like cuts out and then it's like silent?
Yeah.
Like, that's really weird.
I think if like we were doing something like that, it would have to have a soundtrack, because you can't just have like laptop typing noises for the whole time.
Yeah, so you have like a low soundtrack with loads of natural noises.
Yeah, but even like typing, that's a bit, if it was like really loud, then that's a bit scary.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies, for this focus group meeting. We appreciate you coming. The end.
Thanks.
Bye.